Hey everyone, it's Cathy Zielske. Welcome back to my channel and the craft/dining room. Hot foil machines. Have you tried them? I have had one sitting in my space for, about a year. And I finally decided to really give it the old college try because I designed my first ever hot foil plate. I'm excited to share this with you because even though I don't nail it in the end, we're gonna bring it home for a victory lap. But the hot foil machine adds another dimension to crafting, and the way the machine works is pretty cool. So to see my experimentation with hot foil machines, stick around. That is coming up next. So here's a look at the Glimmer Hot Foil machine. Now this is a machine that, and it's not on right now, just so you know. I've had this for over a year. I've never really done anything with it. And I just released a product that is designed as a hot foil plate. So I want to show you the hot foil plate that I'll be using for today's projects. This is based off a popular die that I have in my CZ design collection at Simon Says Stamp, but it's larger. It's much larger. And I thought it would be fun to start tackling this. It's never felt like the right time. Sometimes it just sits and I look at it and I think I should do something with you. I have the two plates that come with this. This is for the system. This is the thin shim and the spacer pad. And of course, this is for use in my Spellbinders Platinum 6 machine or any Spellbinders machine that you have. I am not going to start with this because I need to do some fun things first to create a background. So I'm going to take this tree stencil and grab some inks and cardstock and first make a background for my first card project. So let's get started with the ink blending and we'll get to the foiling in a little bit. So I'm going to take a series of inks and I don't even know, you know what? I don't even think I'm going to use yellow. In fact, I'm just going to keep this in some cool greens and some cool blues. And these are the inks from Simon Says Stamp's new Pawsitively saturated ink line. And what I'm going to do here is, I think I'm just going to go with the stencil just as it is like that, even with the tree up top, because this is going to be trimmed down a little bit for the actual card. Not a lot, but a little. So all I'm going to do here is just take my stencil into place, pick that up there, come here, like that. All right, I'm just going to go like this to get the color off that I used the last time. Put that off to the side. And here's what I think I'm going to do. I will start with my celery. I'm going to load up my brush a little bit here. Actually, I guess I could put it over here. And just bring in a little from the top. And I think what I would like to do is just have a pretty blend of the green trees into blue trees. Very simple, right? So we'll go lighter at the top here with the lighter color. Bring a little in here too. I do love this celery color. It's such a pretty color. All right. And then let's grab Limelicious, another wonderful color. This has a bit more depth to it. You can already see that there. And bring that in the bottom. A little darker, a little darker, like that. A little darker. Darker, like that. You can even pop some into the bottom of some of the other trees too if I really want to get, a little tonal variety here. I'll just add some interest like that. Maybe a little there too. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my blue. We're going to start with the lighter color. This is Seafoam. And I'll get my brush that I use for Seafoam. And these are the Simon Says Stamp blender brushes. I have them in two sizes. I have the big ones and the small ones. All right, so we'll load you up here. Okay, and we'll come in here for this tree. And I will overlap a little bit onto the green, right, for a little transitional area. Like that. From there. Like that. I might not even need the surf. This might totally be exactly what is needed. I'm going to make a couple backgrounds first, and then we're going to foil them, and I think it's going to be fun because I'm going to use as much of this panel as possible. Get you right in there like that. And I think I'll grab the darker surf just to create a little more variety in tone down here at the bottom. Overlap the trees a little. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? A little darker. Because yeah, I may just decide to put this whole panel on the card. That I haven't decided yet, but that is kind of the look that I'm going for. So let's lift it up. Let's see how that looks. Isn't that pretty? Just little tree patterns on the card. Now what I don't know is, should I do a little offset overlap? You know, kind of do an offset. I don't know. Would you offset overlap? I think we're gonna err on the side of simplicity, and I'm gonna set this aside and we're gonna move on to create another background. For my second background, I am going to use some Distress mica stains to create some funky, shiny background for my foiling. So here's what I'm gonna do. I have this big old box. Let me pop this in. It looks like a hot mess, but let me tell you, this is a box that actually works really well for, I just flip over my paper towel. I used this on a Halloween project, so it's a little messy, but it really does work well. You want a box that has deep sides, and this has pretty deep sides, and I don't think I'm going to get any of this on my computer. So let's take the Winterberry. I'm going to shake it up. Because I hate when my mayonnaise gets stained, I like to wear gloves. So I keep these. I bought some cheap gloves from the Target. You know, the Target, and that way I'm not going to make a hot mess. All right, so all I'm going to do, oh yeah. Spray on the Winterberry. Just let that sit for a second. And then, oh my gosh, that on its own would be a pretty card panel. Maybe I don't even want the blue. You know what I mean? Like, look how pretty that is. Oh, now I'm torn because I was going to have a mix. But you know what? I love the little, how it's a little splattery there on the edge. Oh, that is beautiful. You know what? That's a happy accident. We're going to set that aside. I'm going to grab another piece of cardstock. Okay, taking that one out. And then I'm going to bring in another piece. This is something that's super fun to do. Like, let's say you don't have any ideas, right? For anything. Just make a bunch of backgrounds. Look at this. I'm just taking the frosted juniper. I was going to blend them, but now, yeah. I think just having that at an angle. Well, that one didn't work quite as well because I got a little bit aggressive on the side. But here's what I was thinking of doing. I was going to flip it over like this. And now I'll take this. And I'm just doing this on Neenah Solar White Classic Crest, the 110 pound. But I think that's pretty. So this is definitely going to have to dry, right? Because this, once it dries, it will have lovely shine. So I've got that one, and then I've got this one. I don't know which one I'll use, but now I have 2 more panels that are going to dry, and I will move on to foiling. So while the machine is heating up, I'm going to come back to this little friend, and I'm going to trim it down ever so, well, just ever so slightly. Let's see which one would work best, because I'd like to include both trees. And of course, I want to have the word Mary right there in the center. And, you know, maybe I'm going to come down one more and just see. Is that the one? Maybe. I'm trying to get my crop on my no. Well, actually, I'm trying to get my crop on my trees from side to side to be about the same. So I think what I'll do is I will tape this down. I'll pop this on the plates. Now, of course, I'll be taking these plates out when it's time to cut, but let me grab my die cut machine here. So let's run it through and see what happens here. Get our nice cut panel. Another thing that I absolutely love about these panel dies is that it gives you that nice, almost beveled finished edge on your panels. You know, it has that cool look. But that's perfect. And my word, my Mary word, is going to fit perfectly over here. So the machine is turned on and the platform is ready. Now, when you do this for the first time, I think this took at least 5 minutes to warm up completely, right? And I have my plate. And let me get that out of the way. I also have the little pickup tool that comes, and it has like a magnet, which helps you to pick things up that are hot. So that's kind of cool. And it also comes with this little hot foil mat that you can set off to the side to put your hot dies on after you've used them. Now, I have some silver foil. I'm actually not sure if this is Spellbinders or not, but I also have this one, which is a prism. Either way, I thought it would be cool to have something either silver or prismy. Gosh, I think I'm just going to keep it simple though. All right, but in order to do this, I need to cut out a piece of foil that will fit nicely around the Mary. So and you know, I may waste a little foil here because I'm kind of new at this, but let me see if I can. Oh no, that will fit in that direction. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Oh, I just scraped the heck out of the foil. Okay, don't do that. I'm going to cut that away now because I don't want my foil to be scraped. And I think if I have about that much, let's try that. But then I think you want to kind of cut it to be close. So, although we could try not doing it close, but I've heard that that is what you are supposed to do. So let me see here. That's probably going to be fun. Let's give it a try. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop my plate. Now let's see here. If I have my card like this, and I want my Mary to be more like that, then here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop the plate down at an angle like that and hit the timer. Boop. So this is going to heat up, and then I'm going to put my foil down, and apparently you put it down shiny side down, okay? And again, I want to try this, but part of me is like, I just want to do silver because I think silver is going to look super nice with this. And then, of course, then it's a matter of, you know, trying to figure out how to, the grid is helpful for centering things, and that's what we're going to rely on. I didn't even think of that trimming it down is probably going to be easier to do it after the fact, but you know what? You live and you learn. Apparently this will take about a minute. And once the light stops blinking, it's good to go. So the light has stopped blinking. I think what I'm going to do is try to center this on the grid so that, oh, now it's magnetizing. Let's see. Let's go the non-magnet. There we go. So that M line is straight. And it's about the same from side to side. It's not perfect, but I think that will be okay. And then I'm going to take my foil, shiny side down, right? Yep, pop it down like that. Set that on. I'm going to take my panel here and we're going to just drop it down like that. Now, I'm going to take the shim and put the shim down on top like that. Okay. And I'm going to put the spacer pad on top and pull the whole thing out of the apparatus. Now, what I need to do is push this to the side. I really don't have a lot of space in here, so let's just put the Spellbinders in where we can fit it, okay? Normally I go, you know, front to back, but this one, we're gonna come right here, And I've taken all the plates out, right? So the plates are no longer in, just the hot foil machine piece and the shim and the plate. And they say to go through slow, crank slow. You don't have to crank through really fast, because what it's doing is it's transferring the foil to my piece. So I guess that's it. All right, move the machine out of the way. Now comes the peel and reveal. So let's take the plate off, take the shim off, and then pick this little friend up. Okay, I'm gonna just see how that looks like that right there. I'm gonna pick this guy up with the magnet, and I'm just gonna put him over on the hot pad to let him cool. But then I'm gonna take this and put it right back into the base so this can heat up again for the next one. Let's see how it looks. I think my positioning is pretty good. This is not super hot to the touch. I mean, you can put your hand on it. You don't want to leave it there, but it's not, I don't think you're going to burn yourself. Peel it in, but look at, I accidentally, oh, I got some up there. Oh, but otherwise, and I got some down there. I wonder why that happened. Huh. I mean, it is pretty, right? It's so pretty. You know what? We're going to keep going. The reason that happened is you really do need to cut closer to whatever it is you're going to be adding on, because that extra foil just got transferred. I don't think it looks horrible in the context of things. Do you know what I mean? And I could actually cut this down even further if I wanted to. I'm going to move on to this next one. And now that I've got this is cooled down, I'm going to cut another piece out, and this time I'm going to make it fit better, because I think that is something to do with having the excess transfer. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I just have to place it more carefully. So now we're still going to do it at the angle. Oh, look at the weird reflection that we're getting on the, with the, yeah. You never know what's going to happen on the YouTube. Wish me luck. Wish me. I think we got it. Now, because I want the merry part to go coming out of that side, we're going to press that down. Again, I'm going to take my shim, and I'm going to take that, press it down, I'm going to pull it out of the machine. We'll see what happens. We'll see if this works a little better. Ooh, felt that coming back. All right. One of the things that is cool about these hot foil plates, oh my gosh, look at that. Okay, then it picked up a little. Oh, look at how, it actually pushes it into the cardstock. It's like, it's textural, just like you were getting it embossed. Now that's kind of cool. I'm going to trim this down for a card, and maybe it will be fine going through a die cut machine, like it's not going to affect the foil. It probably won't, but let's try it out, shall we? All right. Almost hit my laptop. I am running out of space in here. Okay, see how that looks. Because I knew I wanted this trimmed down, and you know what? That looks great. It didn't do any harm to the foil at all. I just have this kind of fun. And the other part that's kind of fun, there's so much shimmer on that. It's just a shimmer. It's a shimmerama. So I'll go ahead and score this at 4 1/4. This is going to trim down or fold down to be a US A2. This one is more of a landscape orientation, and it is 5.5 wide by 4 1/4 tall. And I'll just pop this up on the white card base. Let's shift that off a little. Sometimes it's hard to see like that. And again, what's kind of cool is there's so much shine and shimmer. See if you can get it on the mica. But I have a couple other ideas for this. So I cut out a little sentiment strip. This is from the CZ Design Christmas sentiment strips, and I just used one of my sentiment label dies, which are perfect for cutting strips out, right? Love that. I'm going to slide this out of the way. These strips are printed on white cardstock. So it's actually black ink on white, and what I like to do is just cover up the sides with a little swipe of the darkest ink that I have. And that for me is T10. Any marker will do, right? Just something to cover up that core. Because then it looks like black cardstock through and through. It's just, you don't have to do it, but I love the look. It is. Look at that. And then I think all I'm going to do is just pop it right nestled right in there. I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue on the back of the strip just so it will go nicely. Young greeting. That way, once I figure out the placement, I'll bring in my T-square here just to make sure that that is perfectly straight. Simple cards, sometimes having things straight. How does that look? Come down a little like that. Ooh, so cute, right? I mean, again, you got your foiled greeting. You got the shimmer and shine. I'm not really catching it very well in there. Of the pink, just sort of, you know, it's kind of artsy. I have these Durice crystals that I swear to you, I don't even know if I've ever used them. I saw Christina Werner use them in a video, and because this has that sort of iridescent look to it, these could be cute. So let's just open that up. Maybe one over here. Maybe one up here. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is the thing that I want on here, because even though it's very shimmery, you know what? It might not be needed, to be honest with you. What would you do? Would you go with them? Because they're almost reading a little yellow for my liking. Although that's not bad. Like that. I feel like they compete a little bit. I don't like them. You know, sometimes you just have to say when, and these aren't working for me. But I think that's so fun. Look at the foil. And again, I'm not really sure why I got that. I wonder if you could erase some of it off. You probably could if it was on white. I'm not going to touch it because I think it's pretty and I'm not minding that at all. But I am going to redo, let's see. I'm going to redo this friend and see if I can get that a little bit better done. Because I feel like if I could, well, you know what? Let's erase with this sample. Then we'll know, right? I'm going to get my Mono Sand eraser. And let's just see if it does take foil off. Well, this is pretty dirty. Let's see. Oh, well, I'll let you decide. I think I smushed it with my dirty side. Oh, that does work. Look at that. Wow. You know what? Look it. That's not bad. You know what? We might be able to salvage this. Let me go to town on this. Get in there. Oh, you know, and you probably, for those of you who know more about foiling, you probably are like, yeah, dude, this totally will work. But that's coming off pretty nicely. Here's what I wonder though. What would happen if I went lightly over the top of where I ink blended? Ooh. I'm just going for it. Hey! Oh my gosh, I feel like the Mono Sand eraser is literally a miracle worker. Look at that. Okay, you know what? Let me do some erasing and then we're gonna, you almost can't even tell. Okay, saving the day. If there is a better tool than the Mono Sand eraser, look at that. Oh my gosh. I am feeling this. I'm going to pop this onto a card base and show you the finished result. Okay, before I finish this out, I feel like I sort of shortchanged you all without the booping. This one with just silver, this is totally going to work. So let's do it. This is for the boop crew. Okay, pick that up and, oh, boop. Boop. Big one in the middle. Boop. Little guy there. Boop. Getting a little bubbly. And boop. Like that. That's so cute. I thought it was a total lost cause, but now check it out. Again, we've got that silver foil. Look at how that just catches the light. And again, it has that sort of debossed. If you run your finger over it, it's like textured. Also, the hero we didn't know we needed. So there you go. I thought I was literally going to start this over and toss it, but nobody's going to look at this and be like, did you mess up the foil? No. They're going to just love that it's a nice merry card. So 2 fun little foiled cards. My very first plate, and I've only done, this was just a very popular die, but it was smaller, and I really do think it's fun as a hot foil plate. So if you're into the idea of hot foiling and you have a Spellbinders machine, by all means check it out. I think there's also hot foiling machine for the Gemini. It's slipping my mind of what it's called right now. But yeah, I think those turned out pretty cute, right? One thing I realized is I had my greeting all ready to go and I kind of forgot about it. But you know what? I don't even know do you think it needs it? Like, I'm torn. Because I could put it right there and then just move. I don't want to tear it. Oh, I think it'll be fine. Check it out. Does that look straight? I think that's okay. And then I'll just replace my little friend here. Right there. And use the same one. Boop. Just like that. So that way, I just thought I should have the greeting. I was just so excited with the save. But you want to see the last piece that I'm very excited about? I just did this off camera. I have my CZ. There's my hair. There's my hair. This is horrible. Okay, CZ Design Nested Tags. Love this tag set. And look what I made. Aww, a little holiday tag out of that other piece. How fun is that? It's shiny. It's got that iridescence. Oh, okay. So I had some fun with my hot foil machine. And again, if you're curious about them, explore more. I certainly plan to. I'll have all the links below for the supplies I used in today's video. And I look forward to seeing you back here with another card project soon. Thanks so much for watching today. I would love to have you become a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And if you do subscribe, be sure to hit the gray bell below the video so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here are a couple other videos that you might be interested in watching. Thanks so much and have a great day.